Children, I am discussing the SI unit of gravitational constant. From equation 3, we can write G is equal to Fd square by mm. Now we will substitute the values, and you know F stands for force here. So SI unit of force is Newton. D stands for distance between the two masses. So SI unit of distance is meter. So it will be meter square divided by m into m, product of masses. So SI unit of mass is kilogram. So it will be kg square. So SI unit of G is, or we can write nm square per kg square, or it can be written as nm square kg to the power minus 2. So very important, must remember that SI unit of gravitational constant is nm square per kg square. Now, if we have to define gravitational constant, then how we can define it from equation number 3? Now, look at equation number 3. Suppose if small m and capital M both are 1 kg each, and the distance between the object is 1 meter. If we substitute these values in equation 3, that masses are 1 kg each and distance between the masses is 1 meter, then F will be directly equal to G, isn't it? Then force of attraction will be equal to gravitational constant. So from this you can define gravitational constant. So write a definition for it. Write gravitational constant is numerically equal to force of attraction between two unit masses separated by a unit distance. So in this way we can define a gravitational constant. Now we will discuss some numericals, and numericals are lengthy and the calculations are a little bit difficult, children, but anyhow you have to practice. First of all, we discuss inside question on page 134 of NCERT book. Question number 1 is state the universal law of gravitation. Now I have given a dictation. So the universal law of gravitation states that the force of attraction between two masses is directly proportional to product of their masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. And the force is along the line joining the center of two objects. The force is along the line joining the center of two objects. So that you have to write. Then a second question is write the formula to find the magnitude of gravitational force between the earth and an object on the surface of earth. So the same formula you have to write, that is equation number 3, to calculate the force of attraction between earth and an object on the surface of the earth. Now open page 143. Page 143. I am going to solve question number 3. NCERT, page 143, question number 3. And question number 3, what is the magnitude of gravitational force between the earth and a 1 kg object? So mass of earth is also given, mass of earth. So I am writing ME for mass of earth, and in question it is given 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg. And the mass of another object is 1 kg. And the radius of earth is given, that is distance between them is given. So D is 6.4 into 10 to the power 8 meter. And what you have to calculate? Force between them. I am reading the question once again. What is the magnitude of gravitational force between the earth and a 1 kg object on its surface? The object is on the surface of the earth. Mass of earth is given 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg, and radius of earth is given 6.4 into 10 to the power 6 meter. It is not 8, it should be 6. So the case is like this. Suppose this is earth and there is object on the surface of the earth. Mass of this object is 1 kg and mass of earth is 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg. And the radius of earth is given 6.4 into 10 to the power 6 meter. So this radius is distance between the object and the, because we have to take the distance from the center of two objects. So this is center of earth and this is on the earth's surface, very small object, 1 kg mass. So this distance is 6.4 into 10 to the power 6 meter. So from Newton's law of gravitation, we know that force is equal to mm by d square. So value of G is calculated by Henry Cavendish with the help of a balance, and the accepted value is 6.673 into 10 to the power minus 11. Value of G is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. It is given 6.673. I am taking only 2 digits after the decimal. So now we substitute the values. So it will be 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11. Mass of object is 1 kg. Mass of Earth is 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg. And then in denominator we have the radius of Earth, that is distance between the object. So d square, object and the Earth. So d square will be 6.4 into 10 to the power 6 whole square. Now simplify it, it will be 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 into 6 into once we simplify it in this way, all the powers of 10 will be like this. So it will be 6.67 into 6 into 10 to the power 24 minus 11, and in denominator we have 6.4 into 6.4 into 10 to the power 12. So further it can be written as 667. After decimal we have 2 digits, here also we have 2 digits. So we are removing the decimal and it will be 10 to the power 24 minus 11. This 12 will go upwards, then it will be minus 12, and here we have 64 into 64. So further if you will simplify, it will be 667 into 6 and 10 to the power 24 minus 23. So simply we will get 10, and here we have 64 into 64. Now try to simplify it. So if you will simplify, so 667 into 60. So it will be 0, 0, 0. 7 6 are 42, 6 6 are 36, and 4 44, 6 6 are 36, and 4 40. So 2004. So in numerator you will get 40020, and in denominator you will get 64 into 64. We will cut it by 2. So 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, like this. Again cut it with 2. So 0 0 and 5. So it will be 1005, and then 32 into 32. So 1024. So if we will simplify, so it will be 1005 divided by 1024. if we will divide it, so there is a mistake in this here. 0, 1, 2, so if you will divide it, you will approximately get 9.8 Newton if you will divide. So the force of attraction between Earth and a 1 kg object will be approximately 9.8 Newton. For chapter and exercises, answers are given in the book. This is chapter 10 and question number 3. Yes, 9.8 Newton. So I am solving this one because in this way you have to solve the other questions. So giving homework, that is question number 1. And question number 6, or question number 1 and question number 16. Homework, NCERT, question number 1 and 16. Try to solve these two questions, and now we will discuss question number 6. Page 144, question number 6. In question number 6, what happens to force between two objects if the mass of one object is doubled? So, as we know, the force between two objects is equal to F g mm by d square. Now, according to question, if mass of one object is double, so suppose, according to question, suppose mass of small m becomes double, it means it will be 2m now. Then and let F1 is the new force of attraction. Then we can write F1 is equal to G. In place of m you will write 2m into m by d square. So if you will simplify it, you will simply get 2gmm by d square. Now this gmm by d square is equal to F. So we can write 2F. So new force will be 2 times the previous one, isn't it? Now the second part, the distance between the object is doubled and tripled. So now according to question, distance between the object is doubled. So now it is 2b. So again let F2 is the new force of attraction. If the distance is doubled, so we can write F2 is equal to G M M. Now in place of D, now we will write 2D. So 2D whole square. So this can be written as G M M by 4D square, isn't it? So we can write it as 1 by 4 into G M M by D square. So this quantity is again equal to this force. So we can write 1 by 4 into F. So F by 4. So you will write the new force of attraction, that is F2, will be equal to 1/4 the original force. So in this way you have to solve the other part. Similarly, when force between the object is tripled, it means now D is equal to 3D. Another part of it, that D is equal to 3D, and you suppose that F3 is the new force. So you will do like this, it will be 3D whole square. So 1 by 9 times the original force. So you will solve this question, is also homework. And in third part, the mass of both the objects are doubled. If mass of both the objects are doubled, it means this small m is equal to 2m and this capital M is also equal to 2m. Then 2m into 2m, 4m, it means the new force is 4 times the original one. So these numericals are very important. And question number 1, 16, I have given 1 and 16, and the remaining portion of question number 6. You have to solve these questions, and you will, next class we have, I think in coming week, let me see. Yes, next class on Monday we have. So on Friday evening, you all will submit in my classroom. On Friday evening, you will solve these questions and submit in my classroom. Next class, we will discuss the importance of universal law of gravitation and some more numericals, because numericals are very important in this chapter, and so many numericals, lengthy, and the calculations are lengthy mainly. So you have to make patience and solve it, practice it. So thank you children. In next class we will discuss more about it.